see what we're doing.
Oh, yelling in person, yep. See how that makes sense?
YOLO? Oh, I thought she said YOLO. She said yelling in person.
Ooh, setting goals for yourself. Oh, I like that one. Good. Is that enough?
Yeah.
I think we're out of space now.
No.
There's some room over here.
And a whiteboard.
Mutual respect will be a better one.
So they can see what's on the board. I hope I have a better camera.
And I mean, even after parents, if you have a
And all of these kind of
well-being.
listening.
That's a lot of stuff. But to the point that I was making earlier, we were talking about speech development, right? Have a seat. Y'all have a seat. I'm going to show you something. So, if you had the opportunity, bless you.
Thank you.
And everybody is going to be talking about healthy relationships, right? Now what you get to do is pick what your number one would be. What would your number one be?
Dating abuse.
Dating abuse. All right. So if you decided to address that part of, let's say they actually allow you all to present something at this conference, and you came out and you talked about dating abuse. The first thing you're going to have to do is define what it is, right? So that means you're going to need to go online and find out what the official definition of dating abuse is. To open with a statistic is great. Did you know that 4 out of 6 middle school girls are subject to domestic violence? Remember we talked about an opening that would get the attention. Really? So now what you get to say is, yeah, it's probably not what you think, because some of it is put downs. It looks like verbal abuse. And so then you get to talk to me about a story about a young girl who experienced verbal abuse. Do you see how that story, it builds out now? So you don't get up there and say, well, dating abuse is not a really good thing, but it looks like sometimes being put down and sometimes he pushes you around. You create a compelling story because, first of all, you've opened up with something dramatic that's going to get someone's attention. It might even be one of those put downs. You're stupid. You're ugly. And that's an opening. Because now they're like, why would she open with something like that? So it looks like this. You're stupid. You're ugly. You can't do anything. And those are some of the types of things that middle school girls hear from their boyfriends. Did you know that 4 out of 6 middle school girls, do you see how that's an opening?
That's because they let themselves.
Well,
It's just like in high school.
but it's just like in high school. But here's the thing. In the context of this, you said that you wanted to talk about dating relationships. You have to create an opening that is going to stun the audience and get them involved. Now you have to tell them what the official definition of it is, talk to them about these various things, and now you're going to tell us stories about how you've seen it in some of your friends, some of the stories your friends have told you, because the story is what connects people. You see? What else would you talk about? What?
I would probably talk about health.
Health.
And then relationships. It's just kind of.
Well, so yeah. Which one were you going with? Just
Right there.
Health.
Health, okay, healthy, all right? But to your point, when you start to talk about what a healthy relationship looks like, what do we say? You need to be able to say, well, this is what it looks, what an unhealthy relationship looks like, but because you're in front of an audience, your opportunity now is to say, these are some tools to help you move from an unhealthy relationship to a healthy relationship. What is that thing when I was talking about the negative words you use to describe yourself? This is one of my personal things. What did I just say about that witty and charming thing? What you call yourself, you give people permission to call you. So if you call yourself ugly and stupid, don't be mad when somebody else calls you ugly and stupid. See this? So here's the thing. When you start talking about this verbal abuse piece, and if you notice that people are starting to call you certain names, then it's time for you to start stepping up and giving them those replacement words. But you need to be able to empower people to move from this place, because you're identifying what that unhealthy relationship looks like, to how can it look more healthy. Sometimes that means walking away from that relationship. It'll be the hardest thing you probably ever had to do. You see what I'm saying? But you want to be able to not just be up there preaching at people, you want to give them things that will be able to help them. Because that is what public speaking is all about. It is to educate, inform, and entertain. You're educating someone, you're giving them,
On text test, you used to have questions, what was this article about? Or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, you want to be able to educate. Give me